Hello, Disruption Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Death Knights of Krynn. Can't talk today. With me, BlueAnkylo, of course. And we're also live streaming, so, you know, say hello to the future tubers, and the future tubers can say hello to the past tubers. So, in between episodes, I did a little bit of inventory management, like I said I would. And because last episode in the town of Cerberus, the armory, we kind of found a little glitch in the game that we used to get some extra gear that probably shouldn't have. I didn't keep all of it, and I did some science experiments in GoldBox Companion's editor just to try to figure out some details. So if you look closely at a ring of protection, it does give you essentially -3 to your armor class, assuming it doesn't contradict with a magical plate mail. So if you had magical plate, it would not give you the armor class. It would be even a plate +1. The -3 from the ring of protection wouldn't apply. But the Ring of Protection also gives you -3 to your saving throws, which is also a pretty big deal for not getting killed by Disintegrate or something. So I'm not actually sure how they interact yet. I tried to test out a couple things, but I couldn't get to the bottom of it. But, because there's no in-game way to see your saving throws, so you can only see them in the editor, and they seem to be set on a table based on your character level, your class and level of your character. Now, I'm assuming the game must have some way of tracking, but I can't confirm it, basically. So I couldn't test out on someone who has, say, magical armor and a Ring of Protection which is higher. I know that with Banded Mail +2 and Ring of Protection +3, we do not get the extra +1 armor class. So the ring, if you equip it or not, there's nothing in-game to show that it's doing anything. So it might be giving us saving throws, but I don't know. So anyway, I kept most of them, but even though we're only supposed to have one, or I guess two, because we already had one Ring of Protection +2 from either the previous game or just a lot earlier. So Drowse was sort of legit. And then we had one more. Most of them are on characters that don't get the AC from it at all. So the only person that got really a benefit from it was Aaron, and he upgraded from a +2 to a +3. All of the bonus Ring of Protections that we have, all they're doing is providing us with some maybe saving throws, and I'm not even sure. I couldn't confirm it. The plan is actually for Rob to get rid of his plate mail +1 and buy him regular plate mail, and he'll actually gain 2 armor class by getting rid of the magical +1, just because of how it works. The only thing that'll cost him is 3 points of movement, so he'll go down to 6 movement, which is fine on a mage. Other than that, we kept the Mace of Disruption for some people. Again, I had 6 of them, which is a little bit overpowered. So I think we just kept half of them. So Thornum, as more of a pure cleric, he has a mace. Rob, as a cleric mage, has a mace, and I think one other person. Yeah, Tim has one. But everyone else just has their regular +1, +2 maces or whatever. So that'll be fine. So I kept 2 extra Mace of Disruptions, some rings that don't really do much. I got rid of all the bonus chainmails because they didn't do anything. And then we should only have 1 Gauntlet of Ogre Power, except that we actually had a whole bunch of this stuff in Champions of Krynn, and then they stole it. So I feel like getting a bunch back is not even all that cheaty. Like, we have more than we should, and that does mean everyone has 1800 strength now. But, like, it doesn't really do anything on Rob because he doesn't fight in melee. So it just lets him carry more money around. It does help Drow out a little bit. So if there was anyone that I was going to give one to, it might have been him, especially if he was a Kender, because as a Kender, he had a max of 16 strength. So he's probably, like, a Kender Thief would have been your go-to, should give them the gauntlets, right? Just like we had one in Champions of Krynn. And then the other people that are wearing them get a much smaller benefit. Tim gets, like, 1 Thaco and 2 damage out of it, which is nice. Or 1 Thaco and 1 damage even. It's a nice little bonus, but it's really not a huge difference. So I just kept them because, whatever. I don't think it's going to break the game, and it's kind of nice. Anyway, and they did steal all of our gauntlets, and we even had a Girdle of Giant Strength, which gave us 21 strength in the last game, and they stole it from us too. So, and they stole one of our Mace of Disruptions, so we should have 2 Mace of Disruptions, right? Unless it's supposed to be the same Mace of Disruption that you lose and then find again, maybe. But I don't think so, because the town of Cerberus had it in the armory. It was their mace, and we just took a couple duplicates. Anyway, enough rambling about that kind of stuff. I did try to find out the details of Ring of Protections, and I just couldn't quite figure it out. For now, let's go back to Dulcimer. We don't need to hear that music again. We've already cleared this place out. So for now, normally you'd have to find, fight the Lich and find his phylactery, but we've already done that at the beginning of the game, sort of accidentally. So theoretically now, just gonna have to turn the music off if the lyrics keep getting in the way. Let's head over to Voice Wood, which is where Sebas hid the item that can defeat Lord Soth, the Death Knight. So that's why we're doing this. After this, we might want to go to Dargard Keep. I still don't know why we know where the key is. Like, we got the key from Ariella the Dragon, but I have no idea how that links up to the graveyard in Cerberus. So maybe at some point that'll connect up and we'll go there for real. But for now, Voicewood seems to be a nice place. And we get a new map tile set, so that's even nicer. You have entered Voicewood. Plants and trees seem to shift before your eyes, presenting a bewildering array of pathways. But we know the chance, so they don't just immediately kick us out. A small sprite flutters near you. Others hover... Sorry, guys. The power is too powerful for me to talk through. A small sprite flutters near you. Others hover behind nearby bushes. Its piping voice is faint. That's why we couldn't hear it with the music. You are not evil. You should visit the hall in the forest center. Another sprite rushes up and speaks. And we write it in a journal rather than just tell anybody. It's a good thing we got this journal that we can fill up instantly. A sprite flies up to you. You're not evil. Be warned, evil monsters have entered Voice Wood. Even though you would normally be welcome, it would be safest to leave as quick as you can. Of course there's evil monsters in the forest that we can't enter without a magic charm. It was also surrounded by a lich's sort of playhouse. Okay, so thanks there, sprites. Now, this might be one of those places where having the auto map feature is very, very powerful, but we'll see. Flowers fill this grassy niche. Sprites make offerings of garlands to a small silver statue of Paladin. Do you wish to leave an offering? I don't think we have any garlands, but sure. Maybe if we find a garland, we'll bring it here. That seems sensible. Paladin's one of those good gods. Okay, so my depth perception in here is weird. It's gonna be really hard. I mean, you could just look at the mini-map and figure out where you're going from there, but it looks like a lot of these walls are fake. So I'm gonna try to stick to the not fake walls for now, because otherwise you would just have to bump up against all the walls to find your way through. You enter a clearing and sprites flee. One shouts, "We won't harm you, nor help you." They'll just play tricks on us, right? I don't know, that's a wall. I'm trying not to go through. It's really hard to figure out where you're supposed to be able to walk or not in here. Vines and tree limbs bind the party. Oh, great. You are scratched and bruised before you can tear free. Everyone takes 2 damage. Or 4 damage if you fail your saving throw. Well, if you were a level 1 party, that might be scary. But for us, just burn the whole forest down with fireballs if they're going to do that. Okay, well, I'm just sort of exploring around for now. I know they said the town hall's in the center, but who knows where the center is in a magical forest. Through this arch, you see Throttle Keep. Isn't the town of Throttle like on the other side of the mountains? We'll save that for later, maybe. Maybe this forest just magically links up with all kinds of places. The ground was seared by eldritch energies. Thornum theorizes that a protection from good spell may allow evil creatures to enter Voice Wood. Protection from evil, huh? I mean, protection from good. Aaron deduces that whites were destroyed here. Thanks, guys. You deduced much. also... No. This is very mazy. I'm trying not to just follow my mini-map, because that would be cheating. In a maze like this. Because, right, like, this is a dead end. Although it's not. But I don't know it's not. Escape the tangled trees before all is lost! Vines and tree limbs bind the party. You're scratched again. From double the damage you took last time. That could be trouble. A black wizard laughs scornfully. Destroy those weaklings. Well, there's a fair number of them. I'll give them that. So the biggest threat is not the giants, but probably the whites. And then all these wizards. So, we gotta try to turn those whites, I think. We're turning zombie giants now? That's fine. Not what I wanted, but it's fine. Wait, is there a way to, oh yeah, there's a way here. Can you see what blue's gonna do? You just smack one of them, I guess. Try to turn those whites before bad things happen. There we go. Whites destroyed. And... hi there, wizards. They're high wizards, all in a nice little line. So that's no magic from them for the first turn. I want to save some of my lightning bolts, because I don't have that many, but that was pretty good. We do have some fancy new spells to show off one of these days, though. We only have the one, but if we ever get into a dangerous situation, we can definitely delayed blast fireball. For now, though, let's just throw a rock at one of them, I guess. Alright, Tim, start killing them. How did Pixel get back attacked? That's weird. Stupid Durfee. Oh, that's right. By the way, I gave Durfee some gear as well. Some of those magic gears. Take the back attack. Kill that wizard. Kill that wizard. Okay, all the wizards have been hit. We're good. So Durfee has one of those extra rings. And I also gave him a Mace of Disruption, because, you know, why not? Well, it's nice that we're high enough level we can just turn the giant zombies now. We can fight them, they're not that bad, but as our cleric levels get higher, we can deal with more and more undead very quickly. We don't need any of this nonsense, I don't think. Okay, well that was an interesting little fight. Nothing too bad, but... does this, this area does let you see the mini-map, or the area map. Look how helpful that would be while trying to navigate this forest. If you're trying to draw a map along as you go. This is why I very, very rarely show this screen off, because it's almost entirely useless. Okay, well, this seems to be a dead end. Every time we go here, we get scratched. But I don't know about that secret there. I can't see that. Weird. I mean, eventually I will pretend we're just bumping up against walls to find shortcuts. But for now, I'm trying to navigate legit. Because even if you didn't have that mini-map that spoiled things for you, at some point you would just bump your head on every wall until you found a way through. Like, oh, you can just walk right through there. Amazing. And they sometimes are one direction, like they're one way. From this side, it looks like an open passage. From this side, it looks like a wall. So it makes it really hard to map out. You tear free before the trees can kill you. Alright, well, for now, I'm gonna try to head back to the middle again, if I can find a way. Yeah, this is pretty close to the middle. Just, you know, hard to make progress. This place sucks. Like, holy smokes. If you were trying to do this as a young child, this place is nonsense. Half the walls are invisible. Sprites shout a warning before thorn-covered plants close behind you. Stay away from the fallen star! You can no longer turn back. Your only path is across the burnt ground before you. A fire minion rises from the ashes around a glowing rock. You are fresh kindling for the fire. Well, that's some new enemies. What do we got here? Fire minions. Are they super scary? 27 HP is not much. 3 AC is not much. 15 Thaco is not much. 1 attack at 1 damage is not very much. Doesn't seem that scary. They seem to emanate fire. That might be a little bit dangerous. 4 damage. Could be worse. Backstab for 64. We've almost got a nice amount of backstabbing coming. Alright, well they're not that dangerous. The glowing rock grows dim as the fire minions dissipate. Finally, it grows cool and then glows no more. You gain some experience. The game lied. Yeah. Games be like that. Okay, well, theoretically, that should have helped the trees out, right? So this was the beginning here. So we entered on the left side on this path. I don't know how you would find any way through this map without bumping into walls. This place is nonsense. That was the stone, and then, oh, you just walk through that wall. Crazy. Like, I don't think I found a legitimate way to the right or the south yet. Other than just walking through walls. And doors. I think I give up. You got me, game. We should touch the rock. Well, this is our first time with spiders since Pool of Radiance. We're pretty high level, though. They're probably not too bad. So, Whisper Spiders. I actually can't mouse over them right now. Hold on. They get 2 attacks? I can't even see. My mousing over is hidden by the game, actually, itself. They just can't see it. Anyway, let's just go kill them. There's only a couple spiders. Back attack fails. It's fine, they're not going to hit us. We got lots of armor class, right? Alright. More Whisper Spiders could arrive at any moment. That's not very nice. Because I forgot to show it off, Durfee, I did give him the gauntlets, a spare set of gauntlets, and the ring. That's right. So he does a little bit more damage, not much, and he probably would never equip the mace, but he's got it. I figure he earned it. He's been helping us out a lot. Okay, so every time you want to fight a couple spiders, you can fight a couple spiders here. If you're into that kind of thing. Sure. 400 experience at a time, grinding away. Let's just bonk along, basically, if you didn't have a guide. Through this arch, you see the forest north of Dulcimer. Isn't that where we are? That might be where we're trying to go. I don't know. Dulcimer's literally the town we left in to get into this woods. Interesting. So it seems like there's a bunch of exits into other areas of the world here. Yeah, this forest... This would be a really annoying maze if you were playing it, like, normally. Monsters walk in the woods! Unless we get some sort of item that lets you see, you know, a ring of true sight or something to actually see where you can walk. Also, it does appear that some of these are lying to me even on the minimap. Our protection spells won't last much longer. That's right, because they have protection from good. It should only last them like 60 steps or something. Whoa, what's this? Look at all these big skeletal giants. Look at all these big boys. Army of skeletons. Okay, we move over a little bit and guard. And this is an awesome opportunity for fireballs. I'd say we need at least 2 fireballs today. In the middle of a forest. That should speed things up a bit. And they were worried about their protection from good spell wearing off. Ha! Ha! They got bigger problems. They should have had protection from fireball. Alright, Thornum, clean up. And Tim, clean up. Now, it's possible we could turn these. Seems like they actually do a fair amount of damage. Oh yeah, so future tubers. Between episodes, we had a slight opportunity to test out the Mace of Disruption a little bit. Let's test this out a little bit. Now, it only counts as a +1 mace in terms of to hit and damage. So we do lose out on a bit, right? So 6 Thaco, 8 +8 versus 3 Thaco +10, right? Like, it seems worse, but it does do blunt damage, which should work on skeletons. But against undead, I think I was wrong. I think I thought it did, like, one-shot effect. Like, you know, disintegrate kind of effect. It seems like it might be more just double damage, which is still pretty good. Let's practice a little bit with this. I really haven't used him very much, though. Tim, so we got 3 of them ready to go here. Should be pretty good. But I don't think I've ever seen them one-shot anything. So, my initial estimation may have been incorrect. But they definitely do more damage than a regular mace would. Everyone's in the way. Durfy, quit derping around. Alright. Anyway, they seem pretty good. It's supposed to be an extra 2d6 damage, you said? Is that AD&D version or, you know, 5th edition? If it reduces them to 25 or fewer, they have a con save. See, there's no such thing as con saves in this version of D&D. So, I'm assuming that's just an evolution of what it used to do in 1st edition. It can just one-shot them. But only one-shotting in the sense that they're already kind of close to death. Anyway, it's fine. They're pretty good. Even if it is only a plus 2d6, that would be a nice benefit anyway. But I think... I have a feeling the way GoldBox does it is still going to be like just double damage, because it's much simpler to code. Less error prone. We should probably save it, though. There's a lot of fights in here where we're taking damage. Alright, well, let's just cheat here. As you enter the forest chamber, you are battered by the sound of hundreds of buzzing wings. Go back! Get away! Do you wish to attack or move through peacefully? Well, I don't want to fight the sprites right now. Yet. A rumbling voice emanates from every tree in the wood. You have proven your virtue. Enter my hall freely. Oh. That was a test. Typical sprightly nonsense. I was just planning on coming back to kill them later, but because I didn't kill them immediately, that's good enough to pass the test. Alright, the sprites let you pass. So I guess we're friends now with the sprites. Welcome. I have watched you, the voice continues. And he writes it down in a journal for you to read, rather than speaking to you, because that's too much work. Alright. What do we got? Welcome! A great rumbling voice calls from all around you. I have watched you as you move through my trees. I have watched many people, but your bravery has impressed me above the others. The Rod of Omniscience is a very dangerous artifact. Even beings of good might be tempted to use the rod improperly, Robert. I will release it to you if you vow to use it only against Lord Soth. The woods are quiet, as if waiting for an answer. Well, yeah, I mean, we're on a quest to destroy this guy, plus he, killed our buddy and resurrected him as an undead, and just generally trouble. Nice! Blue remembers correctly. Double damaged undead. Easy. Alright. I agree. To destroy Lord Soth, you must face him in Dargard. Hey, look! A reason to go to Dargard. I'm glad I didn't go there before I came this way, because I need that rod. To enter, use the word Denisa. The word on Ariel is key. We've had this conversation before, Robert, I'm pretty sure. With the rod goes some of the magic we use to slow the shifting trees. It will be more difficult for you to find your way back. Use the rod well. Oh! So now can I see the paths, or do they open up? Maybe. Yeah, this was a blocked path. Oh. It's just a one-way path. This rod's not helping us at all. We don't even have a rod in our inventory. Alright. I kind of want to get back to that middle area again. See if I can figure out. There's probably some stuff we missed in here. Seems fairly likely. Let's try to explore some more. I don't know. This place seems like a real nightmare to try to navigate. There's lots of little trap tiles everywhere. Now I'm following the mini-map and just trying to fill in the blanks. I guess, if the attacks stop once you get to the middle, then, we may have missed out on some combat. Maybe. So we could go to Turif. We've never even been to Turif. It's kind of nice. This is, in a sense, we could use this as like a hub to warp around. Kind of like that first town in Pool of Radiance. Anyone remembers that game? Well. Oh, flowers fill this grassy niche. Sprites make an offering of garlands to a small silver... Another statue of Paladin. I still haven't found any garlands. I assume there might have been some kind of sub-quest for that. Honestly, this place has been rather lackluster in terms of treasure. Where's all the goods? What we'll do here in a second, if I can't find anything, is we'll pull up the clue book and see what we missed. Seems like the events are over. Just one of those, you know, you got to the middle, hooray, you win. If you followed a walkthrough to get there too early, you missed out on some fun. You missed out on some combat experience. Okay, I feel like, you know, there's a couple little unexplored bits, but it's probably good enough. Let's have a look at what the guide says you can do here, because maybe we missed something cool. Okay, we did Dulcimer, and then Voice Wood. So there might not be actually much to do, but, you know. So, after learning the chant, we came here to get the Rob of Omniscience, which we did. You must find the Hall of Voice and agree to the terms. There's no wandering monsters, there's only trap tiles. You're not allowed to rest because the sprites are jerks. Apparently, you can use the area map if you're having a hard time. Ha! Ha! The area map, huh? A big grid of squares. Somehow I doubt that's going to make much difference. Okay. So the goal, of course, was to get to the middle at 9. So you started right here. All you have to do is go there. Like, if you knew about the secrets, you could just go straight over and basically get to the end in, like, seconds. It's kind of silly. But if you were trying to follow the visual cues, I have no idea how you get in there. It's kind of crazy. So anything else here? Oh, if you leave an offering, Paladin would help you in combat. That's neat. I didn't notice it. I know we had Paladin helping us once, but like I know I did the offering and then got into combat, but I didn't see anything happen. That's too bad. We read about how the evil creatures got in. Lots of vines, some bands of evil creatures. We did fight them. We fought some black wizards. We did not kill the sprites, which is how you get through there. We talked to the voice. And then, I guess there's really nothing here. There's just a bunch of exits to all the different towns. Throttle, Dulcimer, Turif. We found the fiery rock, even. So, yeah, I think we found everything. Just sort of by accident, but okay. I don't feel bad at all now. I feel like we probably did everything we needed to do. Other than get chomped on by vines a little bit longer. Okay. Well. That only took half an hour. Could be worse. Okay, so the spirit was talking about, like, what's he saying? Like, going to Dargard Keep to defeat Lord Soth. I hope that's not, like, the end of the game, because, like, it feels like that's the last quest. I don't want to end the game just yet. Just hold on a sec. I'm just checking something spoilery. Dargard Keep. Yeah, the final battle. I think that's the final place to go, actually. So I don't want to go there just yet. There's some side quests we can find. We've heard about the fun house. And then there's a bunch of other places we just never went. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that suddenly we're just at the end of the story already. Now, Dargard Keep is a huge dungeon. Like, that's going to take a long time. And we even know about the secret entrance, but I have a feeling we can enter the main entrance with the word Denisa or something, which is what the spirit told us about. So let's just go check out some of these other areas first before we bother going into what I assume is the final dungeon to go fight Lord Soth. Although first, we're going to go level up. And by go level up, I mean we're on the overworld map. I'm just going to hit the button to level up. It wouldn't take very long to get to a training hall. It would just waste my time a little bit. So let me pop this up for you guys, and I'm going to promise not to forget about it on screen. Why is that not showing up? Hey, Streamlabs, get your stuff together. There we go. Okay, so level up time. Level up party. Thorinum is now a level 11 fighter. We still have 2 level ups to go to actually get... see, we've got a lot of experience to gain. We're not even getting maximum level characters just yet. So anyway, a little bit better saving throws. Pixel is a level 10 mage, so we can pick a spell. So Pixel's a red mage. So the first mage we got to level 10 picked up Flesh to Stone. We can't learn Globe of Invulnerability on a red mage. We might just pick up Disintegrate. Disintegrate's pretty cool. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure red mages can learn everything except Globe, but just give me a second here. Yeah, Globe is white only. Reds can learn everything else. So Disintegrate, Death Spell. Death Spell is a short-range AoE. Disintegrate's a medium-range insta-death. Super insta-death. And then Stone to Flesh is like a cure. And then Flesh to Stone is another, actually longer range than Disintegrate insta-death. But stone effect rather than death, so maybe a different saving throw. I haven't used Flesh to Stone very much. It might be worth it. I don't know. Disintegrate is pretty iconic, so we're going to go Disintegrate for now. Plus, it's an elf with no soul, so disintegrating things seems like something Pixel would probably want to do. Now, we could learn lower level spells, but this is our first level 6 spell. If I don't pick a level 6 spell, then we'll have an empty slot that we can't memorize. So, for now, we've got to learn at least one of the new level. Pixel also got Fighter 10, so that's a double level up. Tim is Cleric 10 and Fighter 10. Drow is Mage 10, so same thing as Pixel. So we have one Disintegrate Mage. Let's pick a different one, just to be different. I usually just go Stone to Flesh at this level, because at least that gives us, you know, protection from if someone gets turned to stone, sort of. But we haven't seen anything that can turn you to stone so far. So let's just go, maybe I'll test out turning enemies to stone. I don't know if that's any good, but, you know, maybe. Drow is also Fighter 10. So many level ups. Okay, cool. Let's encamp and at least restore our spells. I guess there's new spells to memorize, so let's see if I can do this kind of quick-like. So, Flesh to Stone, another Fire Touch. I would really like to find a town or a shop that sells some scrolls, because there's a lot of spells that I would like to scribe in if I could find some scrolls to do that. Yeah. Okay, we got some more high-level cleric spells. Let's just get Cure Crit Wounds and Cure Serious Wounds for a pinch heal. Pixel, got a bunch of mage spells. Disintegrate. Cone of Cold again. I gotta show those off. I gotta remember to show some more of these spells off. You know what? We're gonna pick up a Knock. Knock opens locked doors if we ever run into one. Might be the first one I've memorized, honestly, so not a bad idea. Okay. Rest those in, hopefully. Okay, well that was a surprisingly short and to the point maze. There really wasn't a whole lot to I did it again. There really wasn't too much to do in there other than get lost in a maze, so following the walkthrough probably was worth the time. One thing I'm going to try to do is go visit Gargeth Keep real quick, just to talk to the commander, because I'm hoping that he tells us about one of the side quests to go explore, like, Throttle or something, but I don't know. It's been quiet since you left. We talk about what happened in Voice Woods, and then that's it. Yeah. So nothing seems to really happen here ever. We can have a little drink. The only other place we could try is like the bar. Although we just had we had a drink of water. Now we can have a drink of something better. Right. Alright, it feels like the game is like, well, go fight Lord Soth. You've got the main quest done already. Well, we did hear a rumor somewhere about the fun house in between Gargeth and Throttle. So that's the closest thing, and we're going to go have a look at that next, I guess. Sure. Really important battle there. So if you were just exploring randomly, it might take you longer to find this spot, because it's just one random tile not really marked on the map normally. But they did tell you there was something between Throttle, which is to the west, and Gargeth, which is southeast. So you spot a strange looking house. I don't really know what this is all about, but we'll have a look. A fancifully dressed dwarf bounces into the room, trailing a bright shower of ribbons. Is this Erdegerd? Welcome, welcome! Gluten's the name, maze is my game. A strong mind for riddles will bring a reward. A weak mind will need to rely on its sword. One word of caution before I depart. Cleanse your minds and souls before you start. If you mean, like, lose all of your spell charges before we start, I'm gonna be mad. You'll just wait outside. It'll be fine. This is, like, technically the closest location to the starting area. There's no way this will be, like, endgame material, right? But this is even closer than the town of Dulcimer. The wall speaks. What runs but never walks. Sings, so I don't actually know the solutions to these, so I'm going to try to do it legit. What runs but never walks, sings but never talks. I think I know this one. Wait. I didn't even get a chance to type it in. Water was exactly what I was going to say. Or I was going to say a river or something, but they didn't even give me a time to talk. What? Ha! Little did you know you had to say the answer in 2 seconds. Oops, that was wrong. The answer was water. You missed the clue. Cleanse yourself. Water. Get it? Well, you're about to get it. Specters and zombies appear. Well, you know, there's more experience if we fight specters and zombies. It's just, yeah, it's fine. Okay, that saves a lot of time. Oh no! One specter didn't get turned. Boy, that was a hard riddle. You hear Gluten's congratulations. That's some fight. Boy, did you teach them a lesson. The shouts, the screams, basically they all ran away immediately. What a fight. That way out. You're teleported. Okay, the wall speaks. Okay, this time we're going to do this riddle for real. A bell shares it. A hand wears it. A bell shares it. A hand... Well, there's not much you wear on your hands. It's probably a ring, right? Bells sort of ring. We're going to get some bonus XP today, right? Blue, the puzzle master. The riddle master. Yay, bonus XP. Probably more than turning a bunch of undead. You have successfully answered the last riddle. There's really only 2 riddles? Just a few fights remain. Wait. I got the answer right. Stop. Why is your house full of level draining undead? Okay. Hey, thanks for all that experience. I guess some money. You hear Gluten again. Oh, you're almost won. Hey, you have to find the secret way out. Now, my minimap's gonna find it for me. But, I'll try not to look at the minimap for a little bit. It's very difficult. You hear a familiar voice. Ah, you found the main villain! Or he's found you! Win this fight and the hard part's through! Turns out, the dwarf gluten, or Erdegirdegird, was actually a lich all along. I'm pretty sure this was not really a riddle house. This was a house of the dead. You're supposed to die. You're not supposed to succeed. Okay, now do we want to do the silence gimmick, or do we want to fight him legit? Because if we fight him legit, people are gonna die. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Well, we've got Maces of Disruption. I don't know. We could just silence somebody, though. It's pretty powerful. Oh, what about Disintegrate? That might work on a lich. Okay, first off, Tim, smack him with the mace. 26 damage. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, right, this song is too hot for YouTube, sorry. It's actually called Too Hot for Clothes, but, you know. I don't know. We could also probably backstab him. I didn't even get a chance to try to use Disintegrate. Just cheese it? No, we don't need to cheese it. We have the power of 64 damage backstabs. And that was just a hoopak. That was a blunt hoopak, just backstabbing a lich. Every undead boss gets killed with a backstab in my playthrough. Well, we got this Disintegrate. I don't even know. It's just some high-level magic. At least it worked. Oh, the mace worked! We finally got to see a disruption. Oh. Dream come true! See, Robert? See? We disrupted them! Live tubers, future tubers, unite! We found another magic mace. Well, I don't know if we need any more magic maces, but take it. And then, what do we... Oh, there's a bunch of money. Some gems and jewelry. Alright, cool. Now, if it's a lich, he's gonna come back, right? Because we never found his phylactery. This wall's really suspicious for some reason. Which is good, because there's no other suspicious walls. I'm trying not to look at the map. You're teleported. Gluten reappears! Fantastic! Congratulations! You win the grand prize! He's a crazy lich. A girdle and a red scroll. Oh my. Gotta go! Time for another show! Catch your act again sometimes. So what do we get? Did we get it back? Please tell me we got it back. Heck yeah, it's even better than last time! So we probably... Well, I don't know, liches are pretty tough. But we could have come here a lot earlier, and that would have been pretty nice. That'll be a girdle of... Fire Giant or Frost Giant? I forget the exact strengths on the different types of belts. But that there is a 23 strength human knight that can wield... You want to see something really fun? Wow. This is the first time we get to see this one. Thaco of 0. An enemy with an armor class of 0, you need to roll a 0 on a 20-sided dice. So you can't miss. Unless your DM rules 1s or critical failures, but DM rules. So that's pretty good. Pretty good, you could say. Plus 14 damage. Yeah. Let's go get that ID'd. I don't think we can go back in there. Or if you do, there might not be much to do. I'm just gonna... Oh, it's... Yeah, you can't teleport anymore. I don't think we missed anything. I will double check in the clue book before we leave it, but I think it was just a little baby quest. The Fun House. So the first question was water. Oh, there's 2 different places it would teleport you to. Oh, so if you, there could have been more questions. Oh, we could have had 3 riddles. I missed this riddle. Aw, well, we missed one of the 3 riddles. But we got the surprise. It's going to be a really good mace. And we got the Girdle of Giant Strength. Frost Giant Strength. Pretty good. I think there is one tier of Giant Strength better than Frost Giant. I think... What is it? The Air Giant? What are they called? Storm Giants? I think that's like 25 strength or something. 24 or 25. But let's not be greedy. Alright. Quick stop back at Gargath Outpost. Okay, now that was like the last sort of quest that anyone in-game told us about. Everything else is just going to be random exploration for a little while. Unless we can find some more rumors. We do need to ID some stuff, though. So we got some more scrolls. That's good. I still haven't bought the regular plate mail yet, because no one ever sells it. Gauntlets. Gauntlets. Ring of protection. There's they are. Well, a mace +4 is pretty good. I'll leave that on Aaron. He didn't actually have a mace at the moment, and that's really good. Might even be better than the longsword. The thing is, the only time we're using maces is when we're fighting undead, basically. Or skeletons, usually. And Maze of Disruption is going to be better on undead than a normal mace. Okay, share. Let's go put the money away again. Okay, let's check the new scroll. Okay, Iron Skin, Stone to Flesh, that's the healing one, and Power Word Stun, that's another garbage scroll. Garbage spell, we'll learn it on Rob, but it's not very good. So, I don't know how often I show this off for the future tubers, but you can scribe this stuff. So I'll give these spells to some other red mage. Exit view item. Trade up to, let's start with Drow next. See if he can learn any of those or she can learn any of those. There you go. So, all that is just adding to your spell book. Kind of makes sense, right? Oddly enough, the scrolls I really need are like level 4 and 5, or 3, 4, and 5 to get all the spells. It's possible, you know, if we don't get them by the end of Death Knights, when we begin Dark Queen, I might add in some more spells. I'm pretty sure if you created a new character in Dark Queen of Krynn, like just a mage in Dark Queen, they would start with like all spells learnable below a certain level. Like, you know, the game generates a spell book for an appropriately leveled mage, not just the bare minimum, right? I think. Anyway, that little adventure didn't give us much experience, but we did get 2 really good items. Mace is great, and the Girdle of Giant Strength is amazing. And it's Frost Giant, technically. Don't you Giant Strength me. 23 Strength. Whew, we could give that to anybody. That'd be a huge boon, but... I'm pretty sure Aaron will get to level 13 first, and that'll get him 2 attacks every single turn. Therefore, the strength buff is even better. And if his job is to kill dragons, although he doesn't need the damage bonfire, the lower we can get his Thaco against dragons with the Dragon Lance, the better, because then he just hopefully can't miss. So I think stacking his AC and Thaco as high as we can get them will, he's going to be our Dragon Slayer. That's his number one job, is slaying dragons. Everything else is just icing. Okay, now with that, I mean, we're probably at about the right point to end the, we're probably at about the point where we want to end the episode, but we're going to buy these scrolls. Cool. I mean, I was just saying at the beginning of today's episode that I needed to, I didn't bring any gems. I usually bring like 100 gems or something, right? 50 gems, 50 jewels. I didn't bring anything. We got no money. Like, for the first time ever, we find a shop with good stuff. And I don't actually have anything to buy with. Oh, that is so lame. That is so bad. I have no idea what spells they are. I mean, this is like the first time I forgot to bring gems. Every other time I've brought some. I guess the good news is I know that if we want to randomly walk around outside, eventually we will hit that random event again. It's not like it's a one-time deal. I'm sure it's just a, a random table. It'll happen once in a while. And that's enough to buy absolutely anything that you could possibly run into. I'm sure of it. Just unfortunate that I forgot to, I hit the pool button in there and I forgot. Yeah, I have a BlueAnkylo bot that it's Streamlabs chat bot specifically, but I've, installed some scripts and set them up. So that's why you can play some of the chat games. Okay, so we're going to end the episode for the future tubers here any second. I don't really have a specific destination right now, but we haven't been to this village, we've not been to this town, we've not been to this location. So there's at least 3, like, obvious overworld locations. And there's also something over here, according to the minimap. This is the endgame bonus dungeon, somewhere up here. Of course, this is our final dungeon that we're not doing until we do the side quests. And there's actually something over here as well. And there's another event that happened to me as a young child that happens on the overworld. We just haven't had it happen yet. So anyway, there's still a fair amount of content left, but it's just, we kind of didn't get any hints about going to these locations. So, we'll save it for the next episode. So thanks for watching, future tubers. I hope you've enjoyed. When we return next episode, we will visit, I believe this is the town of Throttle from Champions of Krynn. So I will see you next time. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.